Hey, how you doing, Scorpio? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this channel. Also check your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So, what's going on with Scorpios? Scorpios. I think you're seeing some type of changes taking place, Scorpio. Some type of threats have been there and you feel like, well, I'm changing my life in many ways, shapes and forms. Don't agree with everyone's ideas or situations, but I'm moving past this. So it looks like you're moving past something here. Okay. Some type of letters to communicate. I'm not coming. Does say someone agrees that they don't need to speak or see you, but everything's going to work out just fine when they do. Don't need to hear from you, but what if I need to speak to you about something? Could be an earth sign. It could also be a fire sign. Does say that someone here doesn't want to completely ruin your day, but wants to hear from you. Doesn't know how to send this text, this email, or even look for you. Finally finding out who you are or how you are is going to be the answer to something to do with evicting you, or maybe looking for a problematic situation to time you on the mend or on the verge of hell. Something here will never be the same again if you drive yourself and your mind into the problems of a female that doesn't know how to support you. She may see you and probably give you a bad mood, or maybe even see that her mood is getting worse. Doesn't want to communicate, but does have mental health stress all over the place around you. Could be a Gemini, or maybe a lover of some sort. Doesn't want to hear bad news. Ideally wants to see you and can't answer the phone or even see that a phone call is coming in. Cancerian. Doesn't want to play around, but wants to see if you're detrimental to your well-being or a problem is coming to you. Why is this person looking for problems for you? Doesn't say why this person wants a problem. Ideally wants to see that bad news is there with your lover or your friend or your family member, trying to communicate a risk or a problem and wants to see when it's going to happen. Doesn't want to hear good things and always looking for ideas to please their mind with justice in the legal matters of the problems that they solve in their head or in their mind. Certainly doesn't want to see beneficial things happen to you. Always wants to see forces of war and evil, and doesn't know how to support their mind with poor negative judgment inside themselves as they deliver it or give it out to you. Okay. Always says negative things, but doesn't really know how to support their mind. People talking about you a lot or saying nasty things behind you, not realizing that they have karma coming. Oh dear. Says when I get you, you're going to be communicating with me soon about a drug use or something of that nature. Someone wants to see that you are using or not using and wants to know how far it's going. Okay, that could also be a Libra. Doesn't say when the person will arrive or when they will arrive. Always in their mind trying to study you or look for problems with you that they could call out and say, well, she's never going to be good to you. Okay, someone just keeps talking about you negatively, Scorpio. Does say many people keep doing this but don't know why, and ideally want to know if they're going to have forces beyond their control in their mind as they do things they don't want to do or hear things they don't want to hear or speak about things they don't want to listen to but hear it all the time. Nasty words or slanderous insults are probably going to be online or even now, as people do not know how to communicate with you but justify why they need to see you in a detrimental way inside themselves and don't know how to support their mental health. Oh dear. It says problematic people are there everywhere, communicating in life and death situations, or maybe even seeing when they could call you and help you with your own. Doesn't say bad news, but good karma is coming to you and warning someone is sexing another mind of their own to help you think that they're in love with someone and doesn't want you to know troubles are coming, but obviously wants you to see if you can find out who it is. Someone's obviously playing mind games. Does say you warn yourself not to speak to another Scorpio or another mind of no one's but your own, is what this person wants to say, but this person's always chitter-chattering to themselves and gossiping and laughing and making fun of their own mind. It does say blessings are coming to you though. Won't want to hear that though. Can't understand why you always think you're so great. This person always keeps communicating about their own fellow Scorpio in a bad way. It does say when the mind game is played out, the person may never see you again, but they're always going to see you as a hoe or a problematic person that doesn't know how to move on with a good man or a lover. Okay, so this person may not be happy that you've moved on from them and can't give up slanderous insults behind your back. It does say when this person comes in, they don't know how to speak about you in good ways either, and this person always believes that the problem is not solved overnight, as it is them that is causing hell in their mind to cause you harm. Could be an earth sign. Okay, making offers inside their head to remind themselves who they are and not speaking about you in good ways. Does say believing is seeing, and no one is seeing what's going on behind the scenes other than you feeling like there's bad news everywhere. Suddenly you'll see that things can work out just fine if you move on past negative memories or friends that don't know who you are anymore, that want to be your friend and can't be because they can't understand you or speak to you in your mind too often and don't know how to support your ideas. People are laughing or making fun of you, but obviously making fun of themselves is a joke to them and don't know why karma is coming to you. Obviously, when they see good news come, they will laugh some more and make fun of you until they laugh it off and move on. So sexual energies is there for a penetration in someone's head. Doesn't say why this person is always calling out bad news, but this person's always making fun of you or them because nothing's set in stone and people keep laughing and making fun, i.e. jealous Gemini can't get over you. Negative members of your family always communicate death threats or personal problems with their minds and can't live another day to see you in a good way, and remembering you in a trustworthy way is always going to be good as long as you see blessings come your way. Try and harm yourself when you want to is what a negative woman could be telling you to do, and doesn't know why you keep looking for great news other than the trial and error that you've been putting yourself through last few years, days, weeks or months. It says this person may not know how to promise themselves good karma but wants you to harm yourself through self-harm. Gosh, this is negative. It says, remember who you are. Don't speak about people in a bad way. I know why I put my roots and my magic down on you to see what bad news can come to you. Wouldn't want to see that you're harmed, but I laugh and make fun and see if everything is going to work out just fine. This could be an earth sign person here. Could be a Virgo, but it could be any earth sign person. This person is taming the idea here. Doesn't have to be an earth sign. It could just be someone that's looking forward to problematic situations with their spouse or their married partner and doesn't know how to move on, doesn't see you as a good person through a friend or a mother figure and tries to warn them that it's not going to work out with their relationship. It does seem to me that you have problems in your mind because of a person that has caused you harm. Doesn't say when he's going to stop causing you harm though, as another earth sign person puts spells or root or magic down to communicate with the dead or death mentalities of people in the world that don't want to listen or even agree with everything that you've got to say through the time being. Their mind is also giving them hard times. It says many times over, people don't want to be ready to justify everything that's going on, or will listen. At times, sometimes people do listen and sometimes people don't. Sometimes people warn you that great things are coming and sometimes they won't. Ideally, you don't have to listen to anyone, Scorpio. Okay. Does say you are aware of your happiness and there's children around you to play and laugh and joke and have fun. You believe that great news is there, but you warn yourself that trial and error is there with an adult problem. Maybe he may grow up and see that bad news is coming. It doesn't say that the child is going to bruise your ego or attack you as a child, or even never mind when. It says sometimes the child may change at times and you wonder if the child is going to be your friend or is going to be okay towards you as they leave home or move on. Some of you are dealing with an earth sign that doesn't justify everything but speaks about negative things with their families, their foes and their friends. Most definitely always cursing or karmically blessing someone with negative mental health problems and looking for bad moods inside themselves to completely ruin you or trash you or bring you down. Mental structures in your home are going to be practiced through good karma. Loyalty there with yourself or your family is going to be blessed. Okay. Doesn't say bad mood swings are there or problems. People just want to see you in a bad way and can't communicate why they see problems with themselves. Obviously, they always see bad moods with you is what they've said, or maybe they just don't understand you and don't want to. Ideally, if they spoke to you in good ways, they'll understand who you are. Okay. Could be dealing with a Libra. Could be dealing with you as well, Scorpio, kind of like, seeing things for what it is. Okay, want to block off people that are problematic though, and don't want to take any negative mental health problems from anyone. Does say you warn yourself good karma can come, but watch out for a problem that's going to arise in 2 years or less. Someone is sending you bad vibes or wants to see bad vibes happen to you in 2 years or less. Wait until it happens to the person that's going to take on the journal. Something could be adjourned. It does say problems with this Cancerian. She doesn't want to hold off of what she's speaking about. She may want to look forward to bad news coming to her, and she's watching to see who's going to tell her to come forward and do this. It does say mental health structures of people don't want to see anyone in a mind game of their own. People want to see Scorpio hurt, and that's what I've told them. That could be coming from an air sign or even a water sign man. It does say many health issues of his own are not helping the situation. If he agrees, then he's also going to get harm as he's a Scorpio. So he could be agreeing with someone and he's also a Scorpio. It does say he mentally gives thanks to God for bad news, and he doesn't hear it in himself, but he feels it and he knows it, and he's doing bad to you, i.e. a Scorpio female, or maybe a mental person around him is judging him and he doesn't know how to move past it. It does say Wednesday is someone's day off, and it doesn't say good karma is coming to him. As he tries to warn himself, he's just having time off and he doesn't realize he's moving on. Okay. Does say when I see bad news, I really pick up on it, and I don't want to hear bad news is this. I want myself to move on past the negative mental health of people trying to harm me or bring me down. I don't want to hear that he's always going to be there giving me karma. So I cursed him away. I don't want to hear him. So someone could have cursed him away. It could have been even you, Scorpio. It could be someone else that cursed someone to go away, to move on. They're always going to bring bad news to you. Does say when I get hold of you, I'm going to come and give you all my time and energy. I realize I don't have much time to give you right now, but I warn myself why I could come and nervously break down your mind and harm you. Okay, this could be another earth sign person. Okay, it could be an air sign person. Okay, or someone that's just controlling some negative vibes. It could even be a female person, a wife, or a mother figure, or someone that just has some work to do. So someone is bruising their ego and attacking you at the same time and can't understand why they're helly jealous of you, very mindfully speaking, because they don't like to see you and what you look like, but at the same time very mentally ill in their head and don't hear any good news apart from well done. You had good times, didn't you? Now I can't see you practicing any blessed energy, but I know why. I'm going to destroy it. So there could be an air sign that knows they want to destroy your good vibes. Does say many thanks to them. They don't know what's coming to them, and they realize bad news is working on them 24/7, looking into forces beyond their control and can't help but laugh at themselves. Looking out for a force beyond your control is something they do, but can't see anything that's going to help them pass their mind, and sees negative jealousy all the time around them with people and can't live another day in their mind to pretend that they're hella jealous of you more than anyone. Causing a harm or scene may come around a problem with people, or even a letter coming in to evict you is something they want to do and don't know how to give you that problem. Could be a negative neighbor, or maybe even, you know, if I don't know if you're renting, Scorpio. Someone doesn't know if you're going to pay up soon or see great news, but it doesn't say you have bad news. Warning though, you can justify time on your own or seeing that you blamed no one or nothing, but I could still bring a problem to you if I feel like it. Negative Nancy's are there in the mind games of theirs, feeling like they can smoke or drink. I know that I can speak about many things that could bother me and bother someone else to bother you. Definitely someone's trying to harm you, Scorpio. All right, someone's moving forward trying to do this. Does say warning though, you see everything that's going on to help you move past the situation, and it doesn't make you feel any better, but it does make you feel like bad news is always there around me. People can't get over themselves and move on. When is it going to be my turn to feel like I have great news and just leave it there? Sleeping around is something that you don't do. Playing around in your mind with people's energy is something you don't want to do. And nervousness is something that you never want to do inside yourself without knowing what's going on. When are people going to get over their bad moods? Okay, you could be asking yourself that question. It says, when I know I'm leaving, I can't leave you. I just can't leave you. But what if I need to leave you to be with someone else and I can't leave you? So someone doesn't know how to leave you alone, Scorpio. It could be another water sign. It could be a Pisces. It could be an Aries. It could be a Taurus, or someone that is committed to shocking you with a risk that could happen any day or any moment. It doesn't say when or why. It's just bad moods are there to caution you that problems could arise at any time to force you into a negative mind game of your own or someone else's. Says blessings are coming to me and I feel like it. I wouldn't want to hear drug users are there around a mindful person that I'm preparing myself to have or give to in a good way. I want to see blessings come to me. Okay, so could be dealing with a fire sign, earth sign, air sign, or Cancerian. Does say when she does want to speak to you, she will never see a problem. Ideally needs to speak less to you and wonder why she is sexed in her mind so much to the point she does not know how to move past the situation with sexual energy she feels for someone or wants to have. Doesn't know when to move past it, but does know one weak woman has cursed her or told her to fuck herself and move on. Oh dear. Doesn't say why she communicates with me. I would never want to speak to her, but what if I cursed the hell out of her and told her her family was in distress? Maybe that's why I see blessings coming to you, because you know that you have blessed energy and don't want to harm anyone. What if I want to see harm and I can't get over the problem that you had last year, and I want to see dug down in my mind a problem? She's looking for problems in her mind to harm you, Scorpio, or to see you harmed. It says no one's seeing anything but blessed energy for you. Beginning of the new year, you will have great news with your lover or your friends. Negative mental health of a friggin' son is what she says is not good, but is very good to you and loves you very much and doesn't like it very much, obviously, because she wants to have him in a time zone or a mind game, or probably even hurt. doesn't realize why she wants to harm people's families or even harm them to the point where dug up energy from the past could come up again and harm you. It says blessings are there for you to move past everything that you've dealt with in the later years or the past years that have never given you a problem to move past it. You always found a way to solve it. This year is going to be the best year ever for you to move past anything that you had problems with in the past 10 years. Okay. Says when I communicate my problems, it won't be. Doesn't say bad news for you, but it says Mr. Mind Game or Mrs. Mind Game here doesn't know how to move past her own mental stress and wants to defend, robbing you from your lifestyle and having good karma in hers. Doesn't say why or what's going on with her other than her negative mental stress she's always feeling and wants to communicate dug down energy inside her of problems. So yeah, it says you can see blessings come and you'll warn yourself all the time to have cuteness or loving energy around you as much as possible. I see that and I don't like it. When will she learn to move on? So she's always talking about you. Says you always see that you have great family and never mind why you shouldn't have a good family. I want to see problems. Okay, so this person just wants to see problems after problems. It could be more than one person, Scorpio. I can see a Cancerian here. I can see a fire sign. I can see an earth sign person. Says now these people have to make shift and move on when God says move on and shift. These negative mental health people are coming in to warn you that problems are there with you all. Like it or not, you all have negative mental health. Okay, so someone's saying like it or not, you all have negative mental health. It does say you believe that only certain race may have had this, or maybe you feel like some people have it but you didn't realize certain people had it more than you. And never mind why everyone's going through different trials of sections of problematic situations. No one's bothering you other than you. You have to live another day and move on. Okay. Maybe someone's ready to break up as well and has been direct about this. And you understand this too. And you are moving forward and they're trying to warn themselves that they're struggling to move on. Says I don't want to see you, but I laugh and make fun as you walk away because I know that you can't walk nowhere without me saying that good karma's coming. Or maybe it's me that thinks I'm all that. Yeah, I think someone feels that way. It does say you happily walked away and left someone, but they keep reminding themselves to speak about you 24/7 and can't let go. They are adored in their energy of negativity and can't move past it. Could be a water sign man or an earth sign person. Could be a water sign female. It does say when you get dressed, you look very, very, very good. But I don't see her on a daily basis to say that it's going to happen. Possibly that's why I don't get to impress my mind enough the way I want to see her. Wouldn't mind seeing her love herself more than this, but why do I get the impression she never wants to do this for me? There's a man here that seems to be very, very controlling, you know, because he doesn't spend enough time with you. He doesn't get to see you look good on a daily basis, in his opinion, but he doesn't see you on a daily basis. Does that make sense for some of you? Does say wonderful things can happen when you look good and feel good in yourself, and then you try to warn me, well, you wasn't there. So now I realize I'm hurting because I don't get to see this woman enough, and I would love to see where it's going. I don't understand why this person's killing themselves to see where it's going when they're not trying to be there for you in the proper ways, Scorpio. It does say this person may not look at you all the time, but other people may look at you and laugh, but many of them don't know how to speak. But suddenly they realize they never look good on a daily basis either, so they can't control laughter with him. He's always reprimanding you as a problem or looking for problems in his mind to call you out, and doesn't know how to judge you other than commits to his laughter in his mind, and never mind why he does this. He's very rude, negative, and also has mind games to play with people. He loves himself too much but doesn't always look the greatest or even smell good himself. He never looks good or loves himself enough, and he hates himself so much to the point where he curses other people. Oh my gosh. There is a drug user in my mind. I feel like I need to torment them. Bloody hell, this person is negative. It does say bad news for whoever keeps looking at it. And it doesn't say always it's a good thing, but warning, if it's always around you and you feel the energy and people keep pushing their bad vibes to you, what can you do but move forward in the good faith of the Lord and love yourself and see great things? Blessings are coming in, Scorpio. It says, love yourself and your family. Good karma is there with you and your father or mother or child or even family members. Some of you are dealing with many different things, but you have to warn yourself that struggles are there sometimes for you to see it or believe it, because problematic situations are always helping you to feel bad. You do go out and love yourself and enjoy yourself a lot. I see this, but I wouldn't know why you do this when I don't want you to. Someone feels like they need to control your energy all the time. Could be an earth sign, it could be a fire sign, it could be a Pisces, it could be a Sag, it could be an air sign, okay? Or just a controlling spouse, partner, husband, or even maybe a wife, maybe a girlfriend, etc. It could be any bloody body, Scorpio. All right. It does say some of you are dealing with work situations or don't get to work on who you are very often and really look forward to blessings come, but don't know who to speak to or see at times, and warn yourself to stay home and stay there and love yourself anyway. It does say stuff about you a lot, an earth sign, and doesn't know how to move past this. He's mental, mean and negative, a child of yours or maybe a friend, possibly not a friend or someone you know, maybe even a personal hygiene problem with a person that doesn't live around you but knows she wants to live around you or doesn't think she does because she's warning you she's trying to move on or get you moved on from the place where you stay. She knows she's got mental health and can't help herself but to deliver bad moods to you and possibly people around you or friends or familiar faces that she doesn't even speak to daily but she knows are there, and warns herself that her forces are beyond her control and she can't help this. Oh dear. She loves to stay home and have sex. That's something that she does, but she doesn't know how to feel comfortable in her own environment or with people in her mind telling her that she shouldn't do it. She's loved up in her mind with a friend or a family member or a person that she doesn't know how to speak to. She's warning herself that she should communicate with you to tell you that you've got things going on in your life and doesn't know how to speak to herself or move on. Yeah, there's definitely sounds like you've got like a, you know, some mad people going on around you, Scorpio. All right. Okay. It says you've got to be direct and kick off, or maybe this person needs to kick off. She's warning you that she's amping up and down, waiting to push up her chest, cursing the hell out of you and wants to see when you're going to curse her. So it's like she's studying you way too much, waiting for you to shout or tell her off, or doesn't say it's going to happen, and she has to warn herself to speak less and move on. So let's see what's going on with work for Scorpio. Says communication levels are there for you to hear great news or even definite no's in your mind, trying to change or end a situation, or life-threatening problems that you have to deliver are not really concerning. It says problems with people, they don't want to hear everything or listen to you. At times you just feel like you're laughed at or moved on. It doesn't say help is there. People are there right now not peeing you off much because you know what's going on. People are not really bothered with helping each other or helping you, and the time has come for you to see it's not going to be worth judging the situation but laughing it off and just moving on. Making fun about the situation is not ongoing, but it does say sometimes you see that nothing's set in stone. People are just there wording out their stress or their opinions to their mind or not speaking about it, not wanting to say anything. So the warning signs you have is to keep quiet and allow people to address who they are and what they have going on. Doesn't say anything's going to happen until 2 weeks or a month. Nothing is set in stone, but people are warning themselves to take time. There's too many shocks in their mind, or delivering information is too stressful for them right now. It says work attributes is something that you love discussing or talking about. When are you going to get a good karmic lover to help support you with all the things that you've got going on? Okay. Maybe you don't want one, Scorpio. So I don't know who's talking about that. It says mental health stress of Cancerian, or even the judgment day of a Scorpio man, or maybe even a problematic policeman that doesn't know who you are but never wants to see you anyway, and doesn't know how to support your ideas with problems of people's keep coming up, and may have to call or ring the police soon if it gets out of hand. It says you struggled with so much and you don't know which way to go. You have to love yourself and see problems are never going to be the same for you, and just love yourself and move on. It says you have caused too many harm to your mind to move past a sexual problem with a negative narcissistic mind, or a personal problem with a four-minded person that can't move on. Okay. Says he can't get away with any problems in his mind, and he feels like he's done it before. He could do it again. Once upon a time he spent the night with you, or slept with you, or saw you, or stayed with you, or even gave you more time than this, and still sees you as a lover or a frenemy, but doesn't know how to friend you in a way that you probably understand he's going to be good for you. You wouldn't want to see him again anyway, because you've tried to warn yourself it's not going to be blessed. I don't want to hear of his energy if it's not going to be blessed. All right. So, anything else to do with work, Scorpio? Scorpio doesn't need to hear that problems are there. When will you pee off or buzz off? It's not going to be worth it. Move on. Okay. Seeing that you've been stroking your ego and loving yourself is harming someone, and it doesn't make them feel good, but they wonder why you have to deliver negative mental stress to your mind about them, or where will you go in the next 2 weeks or a month or a day when someone comes to address a situation with you that they don't know if they should, or they don't know if they should dance around it or pretend? Okay. It does look like it could be an air sign here. It could be a fire sign. Could be a water sign person here. All right. Does say bladder problems is something this person always communicates and talks about in their mind and has a giggle. It does say bad news for this person if they can't move past themselves. Yeah, someone's got like some mental problems, honey. Anyway, let's see what's going on. And the air sign person. Let's see what's going on with business for you all. Business is probably going to be blessed energy for you if you forget everything that you've been going through and look forward to better news coming in. It does say you have 5 years of good karma or less, and concluding anything that has been said. It does say someone here just wants you to see bad news, but it also says something is going on for you to look into and warns you of it. Okay, so what is that warning then for Scorpio? It does say one of these days someone wants to take a risk and see you, but doesn't know how to support their ideas with their poor judgment. This man doesn't want to communicate more than he should. He should want to see you one day, but he doesn't know how, and he may make his way back to his mind and tell himself off. He's ideally a problem solver or a problem starter, and he doesn't know how to communicate with you. Okay, it could be an Aries. Does say he has negative vibes and you wouldn't want to feel his energy or see him. When will you leave me alone? It does say he knows where you are or how to get to you. If he wants to communicate, he will tell you off or play mind games to get at you. Okay. Does say he realizes he has problems with you and doesn't know how to communicate them, but wants to know where you are, how you're doing, how's the kids, and where you live is something he wants to join into or see. He doesn't know how to deal with you at times, but he probably hates you and doesn't want to stay around you long, just wants to see mind games come to you and harm you. It does say mental health structures are patterning up for you. Doesn't say mental structures are happening for your reality. Laugh if you feel like it, because problems are there in the background or in the minds of players and not presenting itself to you. When will you see that problems are not going to be solved though? It does say someone here wants to see a draft of good karma come to you and blame you at the same time too. Okay. Tyrant energies. Says supporters are there to poorly judge you or put you down, but many of them are not helping you to see great news. Ideally don't want to see anyone in a bad way, but what if you need to move on and see what problems you have for yourself? Okay. This is when you get arrested. I want to see people tell me off. I know that because people are going to tell me off for what I did to harm you. This could be an air sign female, or this could be conflicts with two people that know that they shouldn't be involved and don't want to. Ideally, you two have good karma, supporting each other around or helping each other. But when will you solve your problems? It does say negative mental health of the air sign and earth sign are going to call in their detrimental mental problems on a person and can't speed it up enough, or look for powers in themselves to call out a problem again and can't see it happening. When are they going to give up and move on? Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else going on? Because it looks like someone's over abusing their power or authority. Who knows what it is? It says this female is never going to be supporting me. Why is she not coming? See, someone here is trying to abuse their power, honey. Let's see what's going on with your love life. It does say one day you'll see great news, but not right now, with someone that doesn't want to see you blessed. It does say the problem is that people don't want to see you blessed, and one day I will see that the problem comes to you. Like I said, someone is talking about sending you some type of problem. It does say the jealous person that doesn't live around you anymore. It does say that because she wants to make sure people come to you and talk to you about moving on. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your love life, Scorpios. Scorpios are having a great time with their man. Some of you guys are living a good life with your man and don't know how to support him at the same time when he's getting nasty or negative, or feels like he has to control everything that you're doing, or even sees you and doesn't see you at times, but he gets on your nerves. You will support what's going on with him at times, but you don't know if he's going to always be good to you. Sometimes you wonder, what if he's not going to be the greatest man? But you do appreciate him at times and do love him. Okay. Anything else for the Scorpios? It does say good karma is coming for your lover, and he doesn't know how to surprise you with things he's got planned up his sleeve, but he does want to know if you're going to be there and give him a great hug, kiss, or even jump for joy, because he mentally wants to see you or even reach out to you and can't be bothered. Okay. It does say some of you are dealing with many different friends or family members or people around you right now, to the point where you can't even hold down a good mind game to play with everyone, because everyone is warning themselves that struggles are there with people all over the place and can't give good karma to anyone right now until the judgment day comes in October. Suddenly you see blessings come your way. Obviously war is there with people, but judgment is going to be there with you too. Also, you have things to do with your family or your father figures, or warning you that nothing's set in stone, but people want to ideally gift you or play mind games. Oh dear, Scorpio. Sex is something someone is obsessed with, and they don't know where to get it and don't know how to support their mind with it, but obviously want to see that they get it from you or get it from someone. They just don't know where to go and get it. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign, an earth sign, an air sign person, or a fire sign person. Let's say some of you are dealing with mental stress of peoples, and you can't maneuver in your mind right now to see that blessed energy is coming, but it will happen in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so let's see. Someone wants to be direct, that they're taking their time and murmuring to themselves ongoing till they see that problems are not going to address itself on its own. Someone keeps delivering negative mental health and can't move past it. All right, let's see what's going on with singles. Singles are tired and want to see that drug use is never going to be their problem. Ideally, it's not going to be all of you, but someone keeps pushing an idea onto Scorpio, or maybe even a problem that's in their mind right now, possibly want them to see that problems are there all the time. It doesn't seem to me that you need to support yourself with everything that's going on. So someone, I don't know if someone, like drug use can also be like medication. So is this anything to do with medication? It does say some of you are dealing with mental health, and some of you are dealing with a problem with a person that wants to push medication on you, or see that you're on it, or even communicate that you've had it in the past, or even see that you don't use, ideally use like drugs. It does say someone here wants to see and doesn't know how to support their ideas with their problems, or sees that someone is on drugs but they can't communicate whether or not this person is. It says anyone out there that's trying to tell Scorpio that they're on drugs must be on drugs. All right. It says mental health people are everywhere. Why do you have to push the information on Scorpio? Scorpio is not the only one that's taking any kind of medication or looking for bad news. Some of you are going through problematic situations in your own life, but many mental stresses are dealt with in the Scorpio, or maybe Scorpio doesn't see that problems are coming directly to them. Some of you are dealing with detrimental health problems or illegal battles or systematic justice systems that are not really karmically giving you any pain or pleasure. Some of you are probably giving yourself blessed energy but can't see what's going on. Some of you will see what's going on in 10 weeks or 10 days. Okay, what's going on with those in a relationship? So some of you are dealt with and people want to see you in a police car or a problematic ceremony. It does say justifying a Libra is never going to help this situation, as she means well and doesn't see good karma come to her. She warns herself not to speak, but she's tearing herself down to look at what problems could come to her later on in life, or never see the problem comes at all, because she's trying to control or manage the situation and doesn't know why she's doing that other than pleasing herself. It doesn't say good karma's coming to her, but warning signs are there all over her, trying to brew in her mind about problems that could come later on, or never see a problem again. It does say she justifies nothing but love, but doesn't know how to love people in the right way. At times she really bruises or attacks their ego. It doesn't say great news for the Scorpio lover that's dealing with her, but she probably is not going to be your friend or deal with you if you don't give her what she wants. She probably wants to confuse things or bruise or attack you, and doesn't know how to do this in a good or kind manner. She really is a problem right now to herself and her studies or her problematic situations in her mind. She doesn't know how to communicate, but she is problematic to you right now. Okay. Anything else, lovers? It does say Wednesday is something I want to see. I want to see you on Wednesday. So someone wants to see someone on Wednesday. It could be an air sign. It could be a Libra. It doesn't say it's a Libra, but it does say it's a Gemini. It also says Gemini is not going to see her on a Wednesday, but never gets to see her on a Wednesday. Always wants to see bad news come on a Wednesday, or see problems with her and her family on a Wednesday. But it also says the Wednesday that she wants is also controlled by the universe, speaking about things that she is doing or what she's going to be up to. It doesn't say anything's going to happen to this woman if she tries to help herself to do something that could be affordable or even helpful to her, but she doesn't want to see that. She wants to see problems with a person. Okay, so let's see anything to do with a lover or love life for Scorpios. Love life. So love life is sexual and pleasurous at times, or maybe even seeing that you just don't understand each other at times, but you do. Some of you are dealing with negative mental stresses of other people and decided to block this out, or change the locks, or change the doors, or change anything around you that can deliver good karma to you, or maybe even play along with systematic value systems. It says you've tried to warn yourself not to speak, but to move on past negative people. Okay. You may be having a family issue on a Friday. Doesn't say why, but the family member doesn't want to see bad luck. It says fortune is going to be good for the person, and it doesn't say it's going to be good for them. They just want to know, or they're curious about something that you do. It does say someone here wants to speak to this person or put rude information in their head to communicate with them. It doesn't say everything works out this way, but it does say someone here may regret something that they're taming inside of them. It doesn't say that they do want to regret it, but it says you have good karma. Warn yourself that people are judging you too much. Okay. So it says many times over you see blessings come, and you warn yourself nothing's set in stone, but people just keep talking. I can't hear myself think sometimes, and I want to know why people are always judging. Okay, it says you have to defend yourself and see that your battles are never your own. Sometimes you have to deal with people and their negative karma coming to them. Watch and see what happens on a Friday, though. Friday, someone wants to time the situation to see if a battle comes to you. All right. So someone wants to see so much bad news that they're getting it themselves, and they don't realize it, but the bad news coming to them, and they don't want it. So they will never want to see it, but the bad news is coming to them. So anyway, let's see what's going on with those in a marriage. Marriage is going to be blessed energy for you all, as long as you keep away from bad news or bad people. Spirits are there right now cursing you or cursing the hell out of anyone around you, maybe even family members or people around you. Don't speak. Just let this curse move on. Okay, let's move on. Because it looks like something's trying to control the energies right now. Maybe, you know, God, ether, spirit is trying to change these things right now for you, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on with individuals, Scorpio and Aries. Scorpio does not want to deal with Aries, and Aries does want to deal with Scorpio, but Aries does not want to see what's going on all the time with Scorpio in a death threat or a bad way. They just want to know what's going on with them, but they don't want to see them in a good way at times, and they do. And sometimes it gets confusing for Scorpio, so they'd rather not speak to anyone and leave everyone alone right now. What's going on with Taurus and Scorpio? Taurus does not want to hear from Scorpio. Ideally wants to see them happy and well, but doesn't know how to address the situation with them and going through fraudulent mentalities or problematic situations. They always see that things could work out just fine as long as they move past it, or maybe even move past their enemies. It's justified as good karma coming in for them. It doesn't say that it's well done energy for Scorpio, because good karma comes to them when they see it or feel it. But Scorpio doesn't believe that Taurus is always going to be a good friend to them, and Taurus does see that they're good to them. They just warn themselves why they can't have great news all the time with them, and they really plead guilty in the back of their mind on why they harm themselves a lot to harm a Scorpio or to see bad news come to them. But sometimes they see good news come and they laugh it off and make fun of them. They just warn themselves that they can't always see good karma come to the Scorpio, but Scorpio does know why. It does say bad news comes to them when they deal with Taurus, or Taurus does know that they pick on them or bruise them or attack them at times. It does say many times over they keep doing this, and Scorpio doesn't mind seeing that it's always a problem, is what Taurus wants to say, but Taurus doesn't know Scorpio very well if they feel that way. Okay, let's see what's going on with Gemini and Scorpio. Scorpio does not want to help Gemini with nothing, not a thing. And it does say Gemini needs to move past their evil mentality or their issues. What's going on with Cancerian and Scorpio? Scarce energy is there with Scorpio and Cancerian. Delivering bad news is something Scorpio does not want to do. Scorpio does know they can do this all the time, but they do know they will do it every day if it helps the Cancerian to see that they're not going to get the bad vibes that they want from the Scorpio, and to move the hell on and move on to whatever it is that they know in their mind about speaking about bad things or bad ideas or bad news. Okay, let's see what's going on with Leo and Scorpio. Leo doesn't want to hear about Scorpio's problems, but probably wants to help them defend themselves with whatever they can, and wants to see them in a good mind game of their own, or maybe to play themselves. At times they do not know how to be loyal or trustworthy, but sometimes they will bring good news to the Scorpio, and the Scorpio will deliver the great news that they want to hear. At times they will deal with Scorpio mentally and not stress or say anything, but they see Scorpio as a negative person, or they see them as a primary carer or a lover or a helper. They don't know how to deal with the Scorpio's energy, other than Scorpio saying, well, I know I can move past you and your mind at times too, because you always try me at times too, and I don't want to hear that you're trying me right now. I'm just moving past your negative energy if that's what you're bringing. I just know that I don't want to see you or deal with you with your mind playing mind games. I just want to see blessings come. What's going on with Virgo and Scorpio? Virgo is dealing with detrimental things right now. Presidential energy is cursing the hell out of Virgo. Virgo doesn't know how to speak less about it or bring themselves to Scorpio to say that they do have great news. It says primary care or negative mental health is justifying a problem with their family member. It says personal hygiene or problems with a neighbor or a friend, or maybe even things that they've cursed or brought down. It says Scorpio knows that they have to see someone to help them, but doesn't want to. It says Scorpio does know that they do want to help someone, but they don't know how, when the person is always creating havoc or drama. It says Scorpio and Virgo will never be friends unless Virgo understands who Scorpio is. All right, what's going on with Libra and Scorpio? Scorpio does not want to hear from Libra. Leave it out, because Libra does not know how to be friends to Scorpio, and Scorpio does not know how to be friends to Libra, and Libra feels like they're in a mind game of their own dealing with Scorpio, because Scorpio does not really communicate or even speak to them as much as they used to, and doesn't want to, and doesn't want to hear from them, and doesn't want to deal with them today, or maybe never again. It says try me. I don't want to hear you right now, but you can deal with your own wrath. I would rather speak less to you and move on. All right, what's going on with Scorpio and Scorpio? Scorpio is never going to see a Libra again, is what Scorpio is saying, but Libra can't move on. Okay, we're trying to talk about Scorpio and Scorpio right now. Okay. Scorpio is not getting away with something very well, with the Libra always practicing where is she energy, and doesn't know how to move past it. It says Scorpio needs me. I know this, but I don't want to hear that Scorpio is moving on. Where is she? I need to speak to her. Okay, what's going on with Libra? Libra does not know how to move past the negative mental health of Scorpio's raft, but it does say she knows how to practice good karma in herself and move past anyone that's trying to harm her or her family. When she sees that bad news is there, it warns her not to speak. But if you want to speak about yourself, go on, continue. I just don't want to deal with you. And until you get that, you're going to hear from me in your mind to kill yourself off in your mind of negative energy you've got in your mental health about me and move on. I will never want to see you or speak to you, but warn yourself to move past it. Okay, what's going on with Scorpio and Scorpio? Scorpio does not want to hear from Scorpio, and Scorpio is dealing with a lot of battles they're facing with people all around the world. It does say Scorpio and Scorpio will help each other if they know how, but forces are beyond them or harming their minds to help them in other ways or other directions in life, and doesn't know how to say I do or I love you to each other enough. It says problems with Scorpio males is they never want to talk about Scorpio in good ways. And the problem with Scorpio man is he doesn't love Scorpio males enough to say that he's helping his fellow brethren or even father figures. It does say bad news for Scorpio males who are joining the problems in the life of Scorpio, and it doesn't say good news for Scorpio males all around the world. Oh dear. Well, let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Sagittarius. Scorpio is never going to deal with Sagittarius in their mind if they have mental health structures of believing that they need to be mischievous, negative, or nasty. It doesn't help Scorpios feel like they're having good news. It says, try me. I don't want to hear that you're having bad news. So start believing you have good news and move past it. I don't want to deal with you if you're always going to have negative mental stress. I don't want to hear from you, says Scorpio. Sag doesn't want to speak, but Scorpio realizes that Sag is never going to move past their negative mental stress unless they say they are moving on. It says they struggle with deliberate karmic value systems of forces of years of problems and don't know when to stop. It says they have to deal with sorting out their minds and moving past their negative mental stress. Okay, let's see what's going on. Wow. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn and Scorpio. Scorpio hates the hell out of Scorpio's mental stress is what Capricorn is trying to say, but it's Capricorn that's causing problems and doesn't want to believe it. Capricorn will never stand up for Scorpio or even give them a good look in their mind to say they're doing great. It does say beneficially, ideally, and practically practicing all this bad news for them to believe that they have mental structures of pain. It says Capricorn will never get good news if they believe Scorpio is always going to be negative, but Scorpio knows why. Capricorn is never going to address their mental health or problems that they have with people until they see wrath from them. Oh dear. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius and Scorpio. Aquarius doesn't want to see happiness for Scorpio and wants them to die off in mental health struggles, or maybe even give them problems that can communicate that problems are still there. They don't know how to move past it and will see Scorpio mentally kill their mind games, or maybe even murder someone if they have to because they can't move past it. Ideally, Scorpio doesn't want to believe that Scorpio is going to harm themselves, so maybe Sagittarius can help with Cancerian and maybe even try to help Aquarius understand who they are. I will never harm myself in the way that you want me to, so see yourself through the door and move on. Okay, so Scorpio. Doesn't say anything has changed, but things will change over the time being. Maybe if Aquarius moves past their mental struggles or see blessings come to the Scorpio, but Scorpio can't see any blessings for themselves until Sagittarius tells them that good karma's coming, or fortune comes in good ways to tell them blame is never the answer. It does say scaring the Capricorn helps the situation, or helping a mental problem with them. It does say Sagittarius knows how to deal with Capricorn, so Capricorn will never get good karma again if they can't shift or move their energy away from Scorpio, as Scorpio is the primary lover or carer, or even happy to deal with a situation if they have to. It does say Aquarius doesn't want to get involved, but they do know they have problems with their mind and they don't want to speak up for it and keep their mind to themselves and want to keep it there. They just know they have to move past it one day. What's going on with Pisces and Scorpio? Pisces is never going to be your friend, but Pisces is your friend. Once upon a time they were your friend, but sometimes they struggle with lies, or even drinking or smoking, or seeing that blaming someone is going to be a problem. It says Pisces and Scorpio may never get along, but they do at times. But warning, it does say bad news for you and Scorpio at this time. If you don't believe you can have good karma with them, miming to yourself at times is what they think that you do. But it does say blaming someone is never going to be the answer. Scorpio does know that Pisces has issues, but doesn't want to say anything more than that. Leaves them to deal with their own mind or even their problems and see themselves away from them. All right, let's see what's going on. Wow. Let's see what's going on with romance angels. It says past life relationship, you have known each other before. Okay, that also came up in Pisces' reading as well. Okay, let's see what else is going on with the angel messages. It says have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you